Shut the fuck up. What do you mean it's not your type? This is objectively a very pretty woman. You feel like a loser. You feel like a fucking dickhead. And you are. You are a dickhead, and that's cool. That's okay. That's why we're here.
All right, guys, this is from one of my live calls we had with our students. This is like 2 years old, but we go super deep into the actual reasons why us guys, we don't talk to girls in the first place and the actual beliefs that are stopping us from doing that. So make sure you watch the video till the end. It's packed with value, and I'll see you guys at the end.
What are we going to cover today? We're going to go really deep into your beliefs, your fears, and really understand where they come from in the first place, because you do have fears and you do have negative beliefs. Otherwise, you would not be here. And we're also going to create a mental model that allows you to feel worthy of these so-called 9s and 10s and not, put them on a pedestal, not have to feel inferior, and not have all these negative emotions that come with it. And we're also going to build an actionable system that enables you in the moment to talk to any fucking girl, regardless of how scared you currently are. So this live training is not for you if you're already able to approach every girl you see. If you have too many girls harass you on social media, I get it. It's not easy. That's an issue some of you have, but or if you're just never scared and you never come up with excuses. This live training is for you if you don't have these problems. So I wish I got this training 5 years ago, because I was extremely shy, socially stifled. I had no idea how to approach girls. I never had a girlfriend before. I had no idea what to say. I was constantly overthinking, constantly in my head. And whenever I saw a girl I really liked, I always came up with bullshit excuses. So I'm a really logical guy, and my brain would just get crazy, and I would come up with all these excuses. And of course, I ended off in the friend zone. So how did I go from this to basically, I just got a message from someone who's also joining. So yeah, that's a girl, as you can see here, who's, whether that's your type or not, she is a professional model, has 100,000 followers here in Cape Town. I want to show you the view. It's pretty insane right now. And I went on a date with her a few days ago. So how the fuck did I go from this guy here? Yes, that was me, to basically dating these types of girls. How did I do it? I want you to imagine for 1 minute a life where you could talk to any girl you want, regardless of the situation you're in, regardless of how many people are around you, regardless of how your hair looks. My hair doesn't look that great right now. Regardless of how confident you feel in the moment. That's one of the biggest lies we're going to go over later, that you don't have to always be confident. And regardless of how much money you made this month in your business, imagine a life where you could talk to any fucking girl, regardless of these, without having to use weird pickup lines, without having to be someone you are not, without being constantly in your head, and without feeling like you're about to fucking die every time you approach. How more confident would you be? How much more money would you make in your business? How much more authority and confidence would you have in your sales calls? How less anxiety would you have when you do deep work? How many dates would you go on? How much more amazing would your life be if you could talk to any girl? Now, would be quite nice, right? Or is there someone who's like, no, that would not be nice? Pretty much no one. I think everyone agrees that would be pretty cool. So welcome to my world, guys, because this is pretty much what I've done for the past 5 years. I was able to approach every 9 and every 10, every literal model-looking girl I saw for the past 5 years, I've approached her. I cannot come up with a memory of a girl I thought of as really pretty and I didn't talk to her. That is not part of my reality. And I'll share with you how I did this. So here's why this happens. Here's why I never did not approach these girls. Because first of all, there were not enough 9s and 10s for me to not approach. You don't have the luxury of not approaching them. You don't have the luxury. When you walk in some random city in Switzerland, in Croatia, in Nice, in France, there are not 9s and 10s all the time. You can spend a fucking hour in Lausanne in Switzerland without seeing a 9. So whenever you see this 9, whenever you see this 10, you have no choice. You must go up to her. And the second thing is, I have the mindset, if I'm not talking to her, someone else will. Some motherfucker out there will talk to her. Because these pretty girls, some guy will eventually talk to them. And guess what? It's not you. And that should enrage you. That should infuriate you. So the third mindset is really, she's never, ever going to meet another guy like me. She's not. You can't find a guy like me out there. And the fourth thing you have to keep in mind is, you will never see her again. If you don't talk to her, you will never see her again, and that should piss you off. Now, question to you guys. Do you talk honestly, be fucking honest to every pretty girl you see? And I'm going to start with you, Sol. Be honest, guys. I'm hearing you.
Nope. Not in the last week, not in the last month, not in the last years, not in the last day even.
Why not?
So honestly, we talked about it with Geoffrey today. It was I was like, is this girl are enough to my standard or not? She's cute, but she is not. She smokes, and for me, it's over when a girl smokes. So I was like, she's pretty, but she got this default. She got this thing that I don't have in my standard. So I was like, should I talk to her or not? And that was
Okay, so
my question for you
you're
today.
not
And
sure if she's
for
part of your standards. Go ahead.
yeah, I was like, okay, I did the three sacred question, and the third one was who I want to share my life with, and I was like, okay, I know which girl I will marry maybe, so I will not approach all the girls, or I need to do it even if she's not on my standard, and maybe she does some thing I don't like.
I have a question for you, bro. Does every pretty girl you see smoke?
Don't know.
Okay, so let's cut out the bullshit. Because not every pretty girl you see smokes. That's a few of them, and you don't have to talk to them. That's
The
okay.
last one I saw today, yeah. Yeah.
But let's focus on most pretty girls you see. Most of them, I assume, don't smoke, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why don't you talk to these?
I didn't talk to this chick because I was like, this scenario isn't good enough. We were crossing each other, so how can I pick up in a situation that doesn't look weird? Maybe if she's sitting on the beach, maybe it would be more easy because she's vibing. I don't know, she's thinking, but if she's with friends and we were crossing over, how can I go pick up? And that's the bullshit I am saying in my head every day.
Interesting. Appreciate you sharing that. Is there something else, some other bullshit reason you would come up with?
I saw that when I used to think a lot before approaching a girl, and more time I think, more time put the girl on the pedestal, and more time is more. I need to think fast and think faster to go through those fears and go take the goal before overthinking.
Absolutely, bro. Interesting. Let's move on to. Thanks for sharing that, bro. Let's move on to Nick. Do you talk to every girl you see? In all honesty.
So I wish, but I don't. I have been quite working on it, but I still struggle Because most of the time when the girl is very pretty, I don't know, I still have a fear inside of me, fear of being embarrassing, fear of being in a like very bad situation and what the girl is gonna think. And so I don't. Some of them, yes, but not all, definitely, because I find excuses all the time. And except I should say, I should just go, but I always find excuses to say, oh, it's not the right time. Oh, I'll do it next time. Always finding excuses at the end. It's just because I have a fear, but I don't go over it.
Interesting. So basically, yeah, it's not the right moment. I'm scared of what she might think, how she might react. And that in turn doesn't allow you to act. You're always in observation, but never in.
Overthinking, and also like thinking of what's gonna happen in the next few minutes, and then overthinking again and again. I just lose the right time to go.
Appreciate that, bro. Let's move on to you, Marianne. What are common? Well, actually, first question: do you talk to every pretty girl you see?
Definitely not. For example, I can talk to any blonde girl, no problem. No matter if she's 10, I can talk to her because on a paper she's not my type. So I don't know, it's weird, but I have no problem talking to blondes. But when it comes to brunettes, it just I always come up with an excuses. For example, I saw a girl talking on a phone a few days ago, and she was very pretty, like 9, 10. She probably also works out. And she's like walking, talking on the phone. And I'm like, should I approach her? How should I approach her? She's talking on the phone. And yeah, I just didn't. I was just coming up with excuses not to talk to her because she was on the phone or whatever.
Interesting. Are there other things, that will usually come up, either beliefs or excuses, other than she's on the phone?
Yeah, for example, when a girl is with a friend, usually, as I said, I don't know, it's weird. I have no problem talking to blondes, even if they're within a group of friends. But when there are two pretty girls that are my type and they're with someone, I don't know. I just freeze and I can't talk to her.
Interesting.
And mostly I see all the girls that are very pretty that I see are mostly with someone else. So yeah, I just have to approach usually the group of people or two girls, not just one.
And why don't you approach these girls when they're with someone, when they're in a group?
Um, yeah, that's a good question because I come up with excuses like, how would their friend perceive me? What should I say? How should I don't know. I always come out with some bullshit excuses because I don't know. Sometimes I approach them no problem, but most of the time I just don't. Because from I think it's from my past experiences. Every time I approach a group of girls, it just vibe vibe just becomes so weird, and yeah, that's that.
Mm, interesting. What about you, Jeff? Let us know. Do you talk to every pretty girl you see?
No. I mean, a lot of excuse comes from when I don't have time. Like, for example, I left the gym. I go in Starbucks to walking. I have a meeting in like 5 or 10 minutes. I need to go to Starbucks. I see a pretty girl in the street. Should I go? Should I just come to Starbucks to do my meeting? it's confused. So sometimes I just say, okay, no, I don't have time. And if I have time, I have time. My next meeting is in 1 hour. Sometimes is, even if she is a 9 or a 10, it's not my style. It's not the kind of girl I want. Because sometimes the girl, it's like a 9 or 10. She's a pretty girl, really pretty, but she has not the one thing, the one thing that create the desire. And for example, if it's a 10, and I feel I see on her the one thing, the thing that create desire on me. She's pretty, okay, but she also has, like, I don't know, like little I don't know in English, the tache de rousseur.
Yep.
I don't know if you can translate.
Yeah, she has some spots on her face.
This kind of stuff I love it. And if I want, if I see a girl like that, this can create enough desire to go approach this girl even if I'm late. And so if I don't see the little thing that create enough desire, even if it's a 9 or 10, I have too much, I don't approach her. And yeah, so I make excuse. And it's like Nicolas, as he said, he's focused on his business. He has some straight things to do, and he just remove opportunity because he don't have time, or it's little excuses like that. And yep.
So do
This kind
you
of
think, in your opinion, that the fact that she doesn't have this one thing you're attracted to, is that an excuse you use to not talk to her?
maybe, honestly, I don't have the answer. Maybe yes.
Interesting. Yeah.
And a second thing, it's sometimes the thing that afraid me the more, it's when I see a girl, even if she is a 7, but I feel a huge dip of confidence, a huge confidence on her. Like sometimes you can find a 10, but she's not really confident. Well dressed, she walk good shape, but she has not a good confidence. But sometimes there are 7 girl, pretty, but you feel like a deep confidence on her, and that is afraid me.
So you're scared of when she's too confident.
Yeah,
Interesting.
confidence, because maybe she earned more money than me. She I don't know. Like, for example, one time I was on a gym. I was on like the stuff for running at the beginning of the gym, and a girl came just next to me, and she was really pretty. So I start talking to her, and just few minutes after, she told me that she is managing headphones and launching startup. And at the moment she told me this kind of lifestyle she had, that a bit afraid me, because she built more than me, she make probably more money than me, and I was a bit not enough for her.
Very interesting, bro. Thank you for sharing this, because those are some really personal things, personal beliefs. So we're gonna get over these in much depth later on. So what I want to ask you guys is, what emotions do you feel after you don't approach a girl? Tell me, give me one fucking word, the first that blows to your mind. Marianne, you go.
It's regret. Yeah,
Regret.
right now I have regret because I didn't approach a pretty girl a few days ago.
What about you, Nick?
Guilty.
Guilt. Interesting. Sol?
Exactly the same guilt. When I saw a girl, I think that my beauty standards are really high, and when I see a girl and I don't approach it, she I don't know if it is an excuse or not, but I was like, she's not really beautiful, and I saw girl, pretty girl, but not really beautiful. I don't know if it is my standards, my I used to see beautiful girls, but I feel guilty, but not at all because I think I it feel okay. It's okay. She's not really good. If I if I did it, it was only for the challenge and not for the real reason I want to talk to her. Do you know? Understand?
Interesting that you say that, because my standards are too high is a bullshit excuse, a rationalization that every guy uses to not approach. And it's a fucking trap. It is so easy to
Okay,
tell
nice.
yourself, oh, she's not in my standards. I'm too good for her. You are not too good for her. You have no fucking idea. You did not talk to her. Stop being a liar. Every time you tell yourself, oh, she's not in my standards, how the fuck do you know? You didn't talk to her. You have no fucking idea. It's like if I see you, Saul,
Okay.
right here outside in Bangkok, and I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to this guy. He looks like a geek. He looks like a geek. Look at his shirt. He has a yellow fucking shirt on. I hate yellow. He's not part of my standards. I don't talk to guys with yellow shirts. But what I don't know is this fucking dude who's 20 years old makes 20 to 30K a month. I might do fucking business with him. I might learn from him in copywriting. So you have no fucking idea. And this is a rationalization that your mind is coming up with for you to protect you. Your mind wants to protect you, wants to keep you safe. So really, you must learn how to catch these thoughts, these toxic thoughts in the moment and act upon them. So we're gonna go deeper in this. So you guys said the emotions you feel are regret, guilt. Other emotions I had or other clients of mine had were frustration, anger, feeling of being a loser. Because let's face it, guys, every time you don't approach and you're alone in your bed at night, you feel like a piece of shit. You look at your ceiling, you're just masturbating alone. You feel like a loser. You feel like a fucking dickhead, and you are. You are a dickhead, and that's cool. That's okay. That's why we're here. But we must acknowledge these emotions. We must understand them and where they come from. So these emotions are normal. Here's why they arise. And this is the juicy part of this training. So this is over the 5 fucking past years, I've talked to probably thousands of guys. I've trained personally dozens of guys online. I've trained 100 guys online. I've trained dozens of guys in live. And there's 2 reasons why guys don't talk to girls. It's only these 2 reasons. Every fucking reason you have can be put into one of these 2 boxes, and I would highly recommend you taking some notes. So the first one is beliefs. Your fucking beliefs. If you don't have the right belief system, you will never talk to these girls. And the second one is you don't have an actionable system when the actual negative emotions arise. What do you do in the moment? How do you react? Not how you would react, what you would potentially theoretically do. What do you do in the moment? How do you react? And this is what differentiates high value guys from low value guys. I have fear. I experience negative emotions at times. The difference is how I react to them, right? Every guy on this planet has moments where he doesn't want to work on his business. I mean, not every guy is a business owner, but you get my point. Every guy has moments where he doesn't want to go to the gym. Every guy is scared of talking to girls. I've been coaching dating for 5 fucking years, and I still feel scared sometimes. I still have anxiety sometimes. The difference is how you act in the moment. So I want you to look at this girl. What is your first thought? Your first thought immediately when you see her.
Big boobs.
Big boobs.
Hot.
Hot. What else?
Arrogant.
Arrogant. Cool.
Like she's pretty but arrogant.
Cool.
And yeah, like for me, it's like she's really pretty. Okay, for our sex, it's cool, but she like I feel so too much arrogance, and I feel not confidence now. I'm just by looking her, I'm feel not enough confidence. I feel too much arrogance. I don't know how to explain, but
Interesting.
if that makes sense.
Interesting. So what I feel is, damn, she's fucking hot, and I want to talk to her. And she's hot, she's gorgeous, she's pretty, is apart from she's arrogant, which, you know, is a reasonable thought. You might have that thought, that's personal. But I would say 90% of dudes are like, she's fucking hot. Now, that is not special. That does not differentiate you from 90% of men. Every man on this planet has this thought. You're not the first guy in the world who's like, damn, she's fucking pretty. Other thoughts you might have, damn, when you see a girl in public, let's say you saw this exact girl in public, what would you think? Damn, she's fucking hot. I want her in my life. I wish that was my girlfriend. I wish that was my girlfriend. I wish I had this girl in my life, but I don't. She's some bimbo in some stock picture on Google. Now, the most common excuses, and here's a second thought. What is your second thought immediately after that? She's not my type anyways. I don't have the time to approach her. I will talk to her once I finished working on my business. I'm not good enough. She'll reject me anyways. Her big black brother is going to come and beat the fuck out of me. She makes more money than I do. I'm a geek. I don't have the right to talk to her. Is there anything you wanted to add? That's pretty much it. Like, usually, those are the most common excuses when you see a hot girl. Now, here's why these excuses arise. They can pretty much every fucking excuse you have can be categorized into one of these. Either it's sense of unworthiness. You think you're not good enough. She's too hot for me. She probably makes more money than I do. She's too tall for me. She will reject me. She is too pretty for me. She's out of my league. You think you're not good enough. That is the core of it. You think you don't have the right to talk to this caliber of women. And the second category is bullshit rationalizations. She's not my type anyways. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean that's not your type? This is objectively a very pretty woman. Pretty face, pretty body. Shut the fuck up. You don't have the luxury of saying she's not your type. You don't have this right. You're not fucking Dan Bilzerian and you're like, yeah, she's not. Okay, cool, bro. If you're Dan, that's not your type. You don't have this luxury right now. I don't have the time right now. How many times have guys told me, oh, I don't have the time to approach her. I have a call. Shut up. Saying hi. Like, how much time does it actually cost to talk to this girl? Let's be honest. How much time? Just saying
like
hi.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Bro, I could talk to her in
2 to 5 minutes.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Bro, some of you masturbate for 3 hours a day, and you don't have 30 seconds to talk to her? So that's bullshit, guys. Step 1, have a deep and genuine understanding of how this girl would gain from talking to you. So this comes really hand in hand with your belief system. To really not have this sense of unworthiness and thinking you're not good enough, you must have a deep and genuine understanding of the value you add to the girl, right? Every human relationship is based on value add. You are on this call with me because you thought, hey, I might gain value from being on this call. I'm friends with Nick because Nick is a fucking G. Marian is on this call because he gains value. This is a principle of human connections. Now, my 10 reasons I'm more confident than all of her exes, but I base my confidence on actual reality. I speak 6 languages. I traveled to over 20 countries. I'm in a great physical shape. I have a great sense of fashion. I'm fun to be around. If she spends time with me, she'll have access to a great network. I'm knowledgeable on finance, business, and crypto. She's never going to meet a guy like me again. I'm only 23, but I have the mindset of someone 20 years older. Those are tangible reasons why this girl might want to be with me. Because those are legit reasons. There's not many guys like that. And if you're on this call, you are a quality guy and you have reasons. There are actual reasons why these types of women should talk to you. So that's going to be your first mission once this call is over. Write down exactly 10 reasons why any girl, even the prettiest ones, should be talking to you. Write this down. This is your homework.
Just William, I have a question because
Go ahead.
like I take in consideration the my value, for example, in copywriting or in business, online business.
Yep.
But for example, this kind of value, I don't feel it's worthy for her. If I compare for being a fun guy, for her it's worthy. It's cool for her to have a funny guy.
On chat level.
For chat level, exactly. But you must go deeper than that. What is a reason why she would like to spend extended amounts of time with you? What is a fundamental reason why she would like to have a guy like you in her life? And yes, it can be something as simple as I'm fun to be around. But every guy is kind of fun to be around. You must have deeper reasons. What are personality traits about you that are exceptional? Have you built insane discipline in a specific skill over the past years? Do you have some knowledge on coding, software development? Do you have an edge when it comes to history? It can be anything, but you must have these deep reasons. Even if right now you feel like, oh, she doesn't care, she cares, because this type of girl wants to be around a guy who's high value. You just need to internalize it and really have this in your mind when you talk to her. Does that answer your question?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. I feel like you're not 100% convinced.
No, just because it's that changed my belief. Because for me, the belief I still have, I am trying to change. It's for me that the woman just wants to have fun. Like, is it a cool guy? Can I spend a very good time with him? And after does the guy has enough money to provide me and to make some travel?
Yep.
Just have a good lifestyle. But she don't care how I can provide the money. If I have money, it's enough to know for her.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing, bro. If you hang around a certain caliber of women, like the 100,000 follower model I just approached a few days ago here in Cape Town, every guy she's around has money and is funny. It's not enough. You must differentiate yourself in other ways. What makes you interesting? What are things about you, Jeff, that I don't have? There are things about Marian in this call which I don't fucking have. I have no clue about coding or software, but to some extent that makes him more high value because it's an additional skill I don't have. I speak languages which maybe some of you don't. That allows me to connect with some women. That allows me to communicate with the high value dudes. So that's an edge, something I have which some of you don't. And you must really go deep into this so you reinforce in your brain that you are worthy of the girl. Because some of these girls, as pretty as they are not high value. I've met absolute 10s that are not interesting. This is what you must understand. We live in a society today which, reinforces the value. It's called hoflation, inflation for hoes, the value that women have. and it tries to lower your value, right? So you as a man are not pushed to be confident and be firm in your identity and understand your worth. Society tries to tell you, oh, you're just a little guy. No, you're not. You have more value than a lot of these pretty girls. A lot of these pretty girls have nothing but their looks. That's reality. Now, I'm not making a generalization. There's pretty girls who are very smart, educated, feminine, whatever, but a lot of them are not that great. So really shift your mindset. You have value, and be clear about the things that make you unique and make you stand out compared to other guys. Now, what is my mindset when I approach a girl? And this is not bullshit. My roommate right here can confirm this. If I don't approach her, I'm destroying her life. This might sound extreme, but write this down. Because I deeply and genuinely believe that if I see a pretty girl and I don't talk to her, her quality of life will be lesser than if I didn't talk to her. She is not going to meet another guy like me. If I'm not talking to her, I'm making her a disservice. It is my obligation to talk to her. If I don't talk to her, I'm a coward. And I'm a pussy, because why would I want to destroy her life? There's no point, no reason for me to not talk to her. She is not going to meet another guy like me. And that should be your mindset. And even if right now, I get it, you're maybe not 100% the guy you want to be. Maybe you want to get in better physical shape. You want to make more money. You want to be higher value. You want to travel to more countries. You want to learn more skills. I get it. You are not exactly the man you want to be right now. But still, fake it till you make it. You must deeply and genuinely believe that by talking to you, she will gain something. If you don't have this belief, no fucking technique in this world will work. No hack, no strategy, no tactic. You must have the deep belief that you add value to her life by you talking to her. And you do that by doing this. List out 10 reasons why she'll never meet a guy like you. Because she's never going to meet a guy like Marian or Nico. You are unique in your own way. You are not me. You're not Saul. You are your own version. So be clear about that. Step 2, once we have this deep and genuine belief about the value we add to the girl, we must create a mental model that deletes the possibility of not approaching. So usually, and that's what we went over before, is what's the first thought you have when you see a really pretty girl? She's fucking hot. For Jeff, that's she's arrogant. But for most of us, it's she's hot. Damn, this bimbo is fucking gorgeous. What's the second thought you have? Bullshit excuse. She's not my type. I don't have time to talk to her. She's gonna reject me. Ooh, I live in fucking Koh Samui and Thai girls don't like. Bullshit. Here's what we're gonna build: a new belief system.
What one is right is when you say like only she's too young and she might be too young.
Okay, very interesting that you say this, because before we get into this, today I approached a girl who turned out to be 15. She was with her sister and with her mom. The first thing I told her, bro, this was in a cafe with my friend, many people around, her sister and her mom. I went up to the family. Her dad was not here. That's another level. But I said, hey, you look absolutely cute. I had to say hi. What's your name? Her mom looks at me and she's like, she's 13. And then they all laugh, and she's like,
she was 13.
They all laughed. No, even my friend said she genuinely looked like 17, 18. And then she's like, no, she's not 13. She's actually 15. So that was a joke. But she was 15. And here's the thing, guys. You have no fucking idea how old she is. It is not illegal to approach a girl and then ask her for her age. because I was with Nick. And the amount of times he said to me, this girl is underage, I approached her and she was not underage, is limitless. Maybe 20, 30 times. You have no fucking idea. This is another rationalization. Oh, she's too young. You have no idea. Like, what's the worst case scenario? You approach a girl who's underage. What's the worst case scenario? Hey, I'm actually 14. Oh, okay, bye. Have a nice day. That's it. That's fucking it. Why do you create all these mental structures in your brain, these fucking excuses? Why? Life is already hard enough. Why? I don't get it. So when in doubt, when you think the girl is too young, go approach anyways and ask for her age. Guess what? She might tell you she's 18. Cool, move on. Continue the conversation. If she tells you she's fucking 12 or 13, then don't move on. Except if you're from Alabama, then yeah, continue. But don't do that, guys. Here's going to be your new belief system. So that's the first one. She's hot. We're going to switch this, guys. We're going to switch the bullshit excuses with, let me check if she's cool or if she fits my standards. Juicy. I want to create this neuro pathway in your brain that every fucking time that you see a girl and you think to yourself, she's hot, you must immediately say in your brain, let me check if she's cool. That is your new mental model. So that was the initial one. She's hot. Immediately bullshit excuse. The new mental model, the new belief system you're having, she's hot. Let me check if she's cool. And trust me, it is as simple as that. A lot of dating coaches or, gurus in personal development want to fucking overcomplicate it. That is it. If you actually stick to this, you would be able to talk to any girl. But you don't. You know exactly that you should go to the gym, but you don't. You know exactly that you should work on your business, but you don't. You know exactly that you should approach the girl, but you don't. Now you have no excuse. You have the right belief system and you have the right action plan to shift your mindset in the situation. This is a bonus, guys. What is the 3SR? What the fuck does that mean? No idea.
Got it. 3
3
separate
seconds.
reason.
Guys, this is the
3-second rule.
3-second rule, exactly. Well, Marian knows what it is, but he doesn't apply it. I don't.
And even 3 seconds is quite a lot. It should be like 1 second.
Yeah, absolutely. The 3-second. Why is it called the 3-second rule and not the 5 minutes rule? Because your brain is world champion in generating excuses. We've identified like 20 of them. She's not my type. I don't have the time. She's too hot for me. She's too tall for me. She makes more money. She's a hedge fund manager. She doesn't have a yellow shirt like I do. Stop that shit. So you know exactly why it's called the 3-second rule. And why is it not called the 3-second advice or the 3-second tip? Because it's a rule. You don't have a choice. Every time you don't approach a pretty girl, one kid is dying in Africa. And William's watching you. I'm watching you. Guys, it doesn't fucking matter whether you're in Croatia, Thailand, or France. I see you. I see everything. You can't lie to me. You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. So now that we have 10 fucking reasons deep down why we have worth and why we're good enough, we are good enough to talk to her. Now that we have a new belief system and we have a rule, There is no fucking reason why you shouldn't talk to her. That's it, guys. Do you have any questions?
I got one about the scenario we are in. Like, someone said that, oh, it was a really pretty girl, but she was on phone. And you told me in one-to-one coaching that you used to approach girl in the worst situation ever, like at the gym or something like this. And I was like, oh, can I make a good approach if she's on the phone or she's with her parents, or how can I make and not
Question,
look
bro.
weird to have a good pickup?
Okay, very good question. So there's two parts to your question. You said, how can I not make it look weird? Why not? Why not make it look
Yeah,
weird?
but yeah, yeah, it's true,
Why
fucking
not
true.
make it look weird, bro?
Yeah,
You're asking the wrong question. See, I get where you're coming from. She's on the phone. Well, I will tell you what to do. Hey, okay, so I'm on the phone. Approach me. I'm the girl.
what can I say?
Here's your problem, bro. I'm gonna ask you another question. What is more important? You talking to her or her phone call? Do you
I
understand?
don't know. I don't know.
You see, that's the problem. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Here we go. It is not a matter of strategy or in which angle, if she's on, is it a Samsung or an iPhone? How the fuck? It is not a question of tactics or strategy, bro. The deep, genuine problem is because you don't feel worthy enough of disturbing her phone call.
To be better, that
Bro,
okay.
who the fuck cares? Most pretty girls who are on the phone are either talking to their best friend about shopping or calling their mom that they didn't buy groceries. She's not calling fucking Trump or Andrew Tate like, hey, we have a new business model. No, usually it's really not fucking important. Usually it's really random shit, bro. I've approached super good looking girls who were on the phone. And I said, what are you actually doing? Are you on the phone? Oh, yeah, I'm just talking to my mom. Oh, I'm just talking to my bestie. Here's how you approach a girl who's on the phone. She's on the phone, blah, blah, blah. Bimbo's on the phone. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, this is super random, but yeah, are you on the phone? Yeah, put your phone down. Oh, no, I'm on the phone. Yeah, put your phone down. Just a second. Ooh, bro, I had absolute models look at me like this in shock, putting their phone down because no one does that. No fucking
No.
dude in this planet tells a model to put her phone down. Be the first one. You're going to be the first French guy in Thailand who tells fucking Thai bimbos to put their phone down. Why? Who the
Okay.
fuck cares? Why are you not allowed to tell her put your phone down? You are Saul, the only Saul in this planet. You are a big light, a big bulb of energy, bro. You deep down must believe that you are more important than her phone call. Because here's my exact mindset when she's on the phone.
Than everyone else.
What's that? I didn't catch it,
I
bro.
said I'm more important than a phone call on or any other person around.
Yes, sir. You are.
Okay.
That's the belief system you need to have. And that's what's blocking you. It's not a question of tactics, not of strategy. You must deep down believe that because think about it, bro. Let's be really logical and rational about this. If you stop her phone call, can she call her mom again in 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, she can. Can she call her bestie again in 2 minutes, her best friend?
Yeah.
Can she meet Saul again in 5 minutes?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe she fucked up. She's not going to meet another guy like you. So
Got it.
you must disturb her. Oh, but I'm afraid to disturb her. I'm afraid to annoy her. Yes, you must disturb her. You must disturb her. Tu devras déranger des gens. There are people you must
Yeah,
disturb.
got
And
it.
there's no way around it, bro. If you don't think you disturbing her is more important than her phone call, you are fucked. You will live a really sad life. You will not meet the girls you want. You will always be in your head. You will have fucking regret, fucking anxiety, fucking frustration. Yes, sometimes you will have uncomfortable situation. That's life as a man. So now go approach these girls on the fucking phone, and I want to see your victories in the group, bro.
Good one. It's 1 a.m. now, so I will not go out
Maybe not right
except
now.
to find lady boys, but
Let's do it, bro.
I'm
Let's do it.
tired of
Guys, I gotta go
here
because
until from 5 a.m. So tomorrow I
All right, bro. I think Nick's got to leave. All right, G.
yeah, I'm gonna leave. It's 7. I got like something to do. But thanks for this call, and yeah, I'll implement all these new lesson and let's go. Thanks, William.
Awesome, brother.
See you.
thank you. I said that I engage myself to tomorrow send anything in the group that's of one of my victory.
Let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go. What about you guys? Was there any question you had or any specific situation you wanted me to react to?
Cross a girl, like in the street.
What's that? Oh, if you're like in the opposite direction?
Yeah,
What do you mean? What, like, what's exactly the question? Be
when
specific.
when I'm working, I'm like, okay, I'm working on my way. I'm finding a pad thai for my lunch. Okay, good. But I crossed 1, 2, 3 girls, but I don't know if I stop her. I wait for her from past after go backward, or should I turn? I don't know which way should I approach her. Like wait to be after her or before. I don't know.
Okay, so you're saying you're here and you're basically in the opposite direction, right?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this question. What would the guy you really want to be do in this situation? What would a really confident, solid guy who knows his worth, doesn't like to waste time, what would this guy do?
Do a fucking backflip and approach her.
He probably would in Thailand.
Okay. Okay, I need to ask me every time what should the hero soul will do in this such situation.
Yeah, well,
That's it.
I didn't hear your answer, bro. What would this guy do? What would the hero version of you do?
Approach her without any doubt.
Yeah, approach her immediately. Why would you fucking walk back, do some strategy, and maybe if I calculate the angle, then she might suck my dick? No, just fucking go. Just do it in front of her. And this is the
Okay.
difference, bro, between an alpha male and a beta male. I hate to use these terminologies, but a guy who knows who he is and what he wants, he doesn't have time to waste. He just goes, bro. And the girls see that. You think she might not see that, bro. She sees it. She sees that you're fucking doing strategies. The second you see her, 3-second rule, go up to her. That's it. In front of her, like a fucking man. Stand in front of her, shoulders back, look at her in the eyes, nice voice, be presentable, and talk. That's it.
Okay.
That's literally it, bro.
Okay. And I think I do weird thing in order to be. I told you I want to be this guy who everybody remember. Like I need to do a thing different from every other people or guy that approach her,
Yep.
because yes, that's the thing that make me special. That's it.
See, here's the thing, bro. Already approaching in a confident, masculine manner by looking her in the eyes, by being funny, by not being creepy, by not walking back is already special.
Okay.
That's already better. That's already different from 99% of guys. You don't need to be a fucking dancing monkey and do backflips and use some tactics, some pickup line. You don't. Because I know why you're asking this question, bro. It's coming from a place of scarcity. Because you think for you to get her attention, you must use some fucking tactics, some strategy. She must remember me. Bro, no. Don't fucking do that. Because here's my question to you. Do you want her, actually, well, maybe you do. Do you want her to remember you as the funny clown guy, the dancing monkey who approached me in a really weird way? Or do you want her to remember you as the confident, masculine guy who just approached me in a nice, polite, confident way? And I fucking loved that. And I thought he was sexy and confident.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Bro, if your question was, how do I approach 12-year-old girls in a circus? Well, yes, I would tell you do some fucking backflip and use some strategy. But you are not a 15-year-old teenager anymore, bro. You are a fucking man. That doesn't mean you need to be boring at all. Every time I approach, girls remember me. Trust me, no girl doesn't remember me. She knows that fucking William approached her because no one approaches like I do. I have a straight confidence. I'm clear in my voice, perfect eye contact. My voice is on point. I'm funny. I engage her friends, socially aware. Those are things you need to work on, bro. Your approaches are
Okay.
probably not perfect. There's a lot of shit you need to work on. So instead of trying to focus on some strategy or tactic, focus on the basics. You get my point?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have a question.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I go to the gym. I'm building a very good shape. Okay, I do kickboxing. Okay, I make money. I'm free of my time, actor of my time. I mean, I can manage my time. I travel, but not enough. But that will change. But okay, that's cool. But do you have some advice of skills, knowledge, stuff I can add to my life to be like little stuff? Like for example, you speak 4 or 5 or I don't know many language. That's something that can help you approach uh, many girls around the world, but also for the woman you approach. Even if you're approaching an English woman, she don't care if you speak Chinese. That's cool to know for her because you are more valuable. But do you have some advice, like or some skills that create really a good desire? That makes sense?
What is specifically your question? How to create desire? Or something, yeah, what is specifically your question if you had to formulate it in one sentence?
Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right. The end of the question is how to make desire. But
How to be more desirable.
yes,
That is a really, yeah.
because okay, the 10 reason I'm valuable for her. Okay, I make money. I do
Yes, yes, yes.
copywriting strategy. That's cool. Okay, but what kind of stuff I can add
Interesting
to be
question.
really
So
much more?
I will put it this way. Your value as a man when talking to a girl is twofold. There's your inherent absolute value, and there's relative value, also called social value. So your absolute value is things that make you valuable as a man, things that you know that are your value. So what we talked about before, your the languages you speak, are you good looking, are you in great shape, what are skills you have, do you have a business, are you good in coding, do you have knowledge on history? That is your inherent value, what makes you valuable as a man. There's also relative value, and this is what most guys, especially guys who made a lot of money but still struggle to talk to girls and connect with them, that's where they fuck up. Because their whole life they've been told, oh, I need to be this high value guy, I need to make 6 figures a month, I need to travel, I need to, have a great body, but you don't have the relative value. The relative value is how valuable are you in X moment in the interaction. And guys, if you're really honest, you know probably one guy in your life who doesn't have much absolute value, like he's a dork, but he's just super fucking good with girls. Do you know a guy like that? You probably do. Well, I know one in my city. He's a cokehead. He takes coke on weekends. He drinks beers 5 times a week. He smokes weed, plays video games. But this guy gets the fucking hottest girls in my city. How does he do that? Because his relative value when socializing is seen as super high. So here's the thing, Marian, who objectively speaking has high absolute value, right? Like, bro, you're fucking in personal development, working on yourself, you're hitting the gym, you're a fucking coder, like you're way smarter than I am. You're an intelligent guy, but that's the absolute value. If you don't know how to communicate that, if you don't have the relative value, it doesn't matter how valuable you are. Oh, here's Mr. High Value, let me talk to him. No girl thinks like that. No one gives a fuck about your absolute value if you don't have relative value. So I don't know if that answers your question, bro, but basically it's twofold. You must work on both. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
And you have, and the way you work on your absolute value, yes, is by learning skills, accumulating knowledge, working on your business, getting shredded, learning how to fight, all these things. But how to increase your relative value is by meeting more women, getting outside your comfort zone, talking to the prettiest women, saying things you haven't said before, going on dates, learning how to flirt, learning how to make conversations sexual, learning how to take conversations to the next level, learning how to be charismatic, how to tell stories, all these things that increase your relative social value. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's how you create desire. Your absolute value doesn't create desire per se. It doesn't create sexual attraction. And this is what I always say. I know guys who make a shit ton of money, but are unable to approach a girl or are unable to have a conversation that actually leads somewhere. They have friendly conversations, but they never have these conversations where the girl fucking chases them, wants to fuck them. And you can learn that by talking to more women. And what you're doing right now is literally the easiest, is I would say the most efficient way to learn how to do that. Because if you know how to talk to women during the day without being drunk, without relying on fake confidence, without using dating apps, you can do anything. You can do fucking anything. I've been to networking events, to crypto events at the Hilton in Phuket. I've been to fucking events where there's guys who make so much money, you have no idea. You have no fucking idea how much disgusting amounts of money they make. Guys with yachts, guys who came to the conference on a fucking private jet. and I fuck their girl. Well, how did I do that? It's because, yes, I may not have as much money, but a lot of these guys are fucking geeks and they don't know how to communicate their value socially. They've always believed that, oh, if I make enough money, the girl will want to be with. Well, guess what? No, because you're not fun, bro. You're not fun. You don't give her the emotions she wants. You don't know how to make it sexual. You don't build a connection. If you were a hot girl, would you, well, that's a very difficult question to ask because you have no idea, but would you fuck a guy just for his money? Maybe. But guess what? A lot of girls won't. And that's where you come in. Because you're the guy who's high value, who works on himself, goes to the gym, makes money. But on top of that, you know how to be socially, how to famous people. You know how to be charismatic, how to be yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I talk a lot today. Was there any other questions?
I just want to add to it. So I just want to thank you for the call and add something to it. So what I've noticed from approaching girls and talking to girls, yeah, I did not talk to some, but when I go out, I really try to approach as much girls as I can, because you are really not going to build skills by just talking to one or two or five girls. You just have to talk to as much girls as you can, and so it doesn't really matter if she's 8 or 9 or 10. You just have to build skills, and when you can communicate and be funny and whatever, then when you see a 9 or 10, and it will just be much easier to talk to her when you have the experience of talking to people.
And that's the irony of becoming really good with women, because in your mind, you need the confidence, right? That's the most rational thing to think. I must be confident to approach them. But ironically, you get confidence by not being confident in the first place. You must make the step where you fucking suck. And this is the worst part ever, because your mind does not have these reference experiences to remind yourself that, oh, I know how to talk to girls. Yes, at my point, for me, why is it so easy for me to talk to models? Because I have these reference experiences in my brain that I immediately refer back to. When I see a hot girl, I'm like, oh yeah, I've already done that a million times. So how do you do that when you have no experience? Well, you just fucking do it. You just do it anyways. And am I saying it's easy? No, but it's simple. And you know exactly what you need to do, each one of you. Before that, Jeff, you asked me, what is one strategy I have to be more desirable? Well, guys, if there's one thing you write down now, and did you get out of this call? It's maybe not the thing you want to hear, but it's what you have to hear. You know exactly what you have to do. You just do.
Yeah.
Whenever you see this girl who's super hot, you know what to do. Don't lie. Don't say you don't have the strategy. You know you need to go up to her. You know you just have to say hi. You know you don't need the perfect strategy or pickup line. You just have to say hi. You know it. So stop being a bitch.